Makeup has been one of the world's largest growing fascinations in the last few years. With the growing of YouTube, people have had the ability to learn how to better their makeup techniques through how-to tutorials. Those can range from drag queen style makeup tutorials to just learning how to take care of your skin better to also learning what products are great for you. In a way, makeup has become its own culture. And with any culture, you can always look to others for tips and tricks. When I started doing makeup in 2015, I was on the search for a perfect makeup tool that can make my makeup application better. This is when I found a culture-changing product. The product's name was the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender is a makeup sponge that has the ability to be used in many different application purposes. Those can range from concealer, foundation, powdered products, as well as setting makeup. So where did the idea for the Beauty Blender come from? Well, it all started with one Latina who had a problem that she really wanted to solve. The purpose of the Beauty Blender is to help with makeup application by holding on to the product and evenly distributing it amongst the face without leaving lines or streaks or empty patches on the face. The idea for the sponge came from a makeup artist by the name of Rianne Silva, who had been known for doing makeup on many different darker skinned girls amongst television at the time. One of the TV shows that she had been working on was Girlfriends on UPN. She had stated that they would do the airbrushing makeup product, which is putting the foundation into a airbrush machine and spraying it onto the face, because that at the time was the best way to get a more natural look. She had needed a solution though, because with the airbrushing, it did make the makeup feel heavier on the face and it came out looking cakey. So the goal was to find a product that will make the makeup more natural looking. So what she did was she decided to take the basic makeup wedge, which was in the shape of like a potato wedge, and she cut the sides of it to form into a teardrop, which she felt like complemented the roundness of the human face. And the teardrop also gave the ability of getting into more of the smaller spaces in the face, right around here, and also into the more detailed spaces. The tool has become very useful in day-to-day makeup, so how does it work? How is it being used today? So first, to start, before you want to use your Beauty Blender, it is suggested to get it damp. Dampening the sponge makes it easier to move product across the face without taking product away. If you're using powder makeup, it makes it easier to pick it up out of your container rather than a brush where it would just dust around. It is also suggested to use the blender in a tapping motion and not a swiping motion. This makes sure that the product is placed and not streaked across the face, so that way you do not get the lines that you were trying to avoid in the first place. This also makes sure that you aren't removing too much product with the sponge. While the sponge is meant to help move the product, it is still a sponge and it does remove product. So you want to use it conservatively and not liberally. The Beauty Blender is also great for touching up your makeup since it does not soak up a lot of the product. So if you find yourself feeling sweaty, it's always good just to tap the Beauty Blender just a little bit. Bringing this to a close, the Beauty Blender changed the way people do makeup. The Beauty Blender has created a way for people to become more detailed with their makeup styles. It has allowed for people to learn how to better become makeup artists with working with natural lights and natural highlights. At first, you would have to do your best with a simple wedge that didn't fit into the awkward spaces of your face. With the blender, you have a better way of accomplishing getting into those smaller spaces. If this product was found years down the line, it would be looked at as the next step from makeup brushes in the journey of makeup through history. I hope that you guys have gotten some sort of cultural lesson about what the beauty blender means to the makeup community, and I hope the next time you see one, you don't just think it's some regular random egg. Thank you.